Hi guys, it's Doug, it's 40 years later, and I'm wearing a dress. But it's not what you think. This is just a cultural artifact of living in an ashram.
Just to clarify, I did stay in a Buddhist monastery near Mount Everest, but my ashram is nowhere near Everest or Kashmir, contrary to all the great stories Martin makes up for the Alumni News. I'm in the mountains near the source of the Ganges River. But I'm not a complete recluse. Every few years I visit St. Louis, see friends, and appear in the family Christmas cards of my brother Pete, CDS class of '75, who is one of the most brilliantly creative, generous, entertaining, and fun-loving people I know. However, one year he tried to cash in on my resemblance to Osama bin Laden.
But today let's talk about Country Day School. Some of you may have forgotten that 40 years ago Andy Johnson and I were co-captains of the St. Louis Country Day School Riflery Team, which may be one of the reasons that we were asked not to attend the reunion. Anyway, the Riflery Team epitomizes my experience at Country Day School. Look at the Riflery Team photo in any CDS yearbook. There you will find the misfits and dropouts from every other sport. Those of us who hated contact sports, were the least coordinated, ended up on the Riflery Team. After you drop out of volleyball, the Riflery Team is the last step. Take Andy Johnson, for example. Great guy, but couldn't dribble a basketball down the court to save his life. And I am exactly the same way. I guarantee you, the last place that you would find me on some cold winter's day is standing out in the soccer field in freezing rain, ankle deep in mud, with people kicking soccer balls in my face. So, what do you do with the rejects from every other sport? The malcontents, the juvenile delinquents, the oddballs, the drug addicts, the most emotionally disturbed and frustrated students in the school? Put them in the basement of the gym, in a darkened room with loaded weapons. And who's in charge? The Latin teacher, Mr. Stewart. Whose idea was this anyway? Mr. Stickney's? And what kind of a name is Stickney? Wasn't he like 9 or 10 feet tall? The point I'm making here is it was all like a very bizarre dream. In fact, as dreams go, ours have not been so bad. Compared to the 7 billion other people on Earth, ask our Chinese delegation, Jonathan and Jeffrey. We've got it better than the vast majority of other people on Earth. Our good fortune is no coincidence. It's no mistake. We must have done something right. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what the hell is Doug talking about? Good question. I'd wanted to talk about how to extend our good fortune into the future, and about the bliss of meditation and how that filters out into the environment to friends and family and classmates and everyone. But that may not be so appropriate for this festive, happy-go-lucky reunion event. However, Byron, Peter, and Roger did inspire me 40 years ago this reunion weekend to start meditation. Thank you all very much. So let me conclude with my very best wishes for your ever-increasing happiness and success. You guys are on top of the world. Keep up the good works. And if I might just offer a quick piece of investment advice, this may be totally out of place, but at this stage of our life, our future security depends more on what good we can do. You know, as you sow, so shall you reap. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. These are laws of nature, as predictable and precise as anything we learned in science classes. Whatever good we can do now will pay off one way or the other. Maybe in the next 40 years, maybe later. You didn't think I was going to send a message from India without throwing in a little Indian philosophy. Anyway, Martini, thank you for all of your efforts to fortify the brotherly bonds amongst us over the years against all odds. This concludes the reunion sermonette. Forgive the preaching. As we say in India, Namaste, Jai Gurudev, Jai Ho, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. See ya.
CDS! CDS! Podesco! Podesco! grass, see the flags.
Of our color, red and white.
On the field will not yield,
And will hold them through the fight.
country day school.
Shows the spirit
On the field,
of battle cry.
let us hear.
All we cheers.
Country day school ever high.
Beat bros.
Daisies.
And I also want their blessings.